Does this moment from Zootopia look familiar? What about this moment from Cars?
Yes, it does.
Well, that's because they were parodied moments from other movies. These are times Disney and Pixar replicated or spoofed a movie moment in their films. The giant boulder scene from Indiana Jones' Raiders of the Lost Ark is iconic and been remade several times in different movies. One of those movies includes Toy Story. But that wasn't the only film Toy Story took inspiration from. Woody scared Sid the same way Regan scared us in The Exorcist. Speaking of scary movies, Sid's carpet looks remarkably similar to the carpet in The Shining. Can you guess which line from The Wizard of Oz was quoted? 3, 2, 1...
There's no place like home!
There's no place like home.
The hexagon hallway Buzz runs through in Toy Story 2 draws a striking resemblance to the hallway scene in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Speaking of 2001: A Space Odyssey, this sounds familiar. That same Pixar movie also does a shot-for-shot remake of a scene from an Alfred Hitchcock film, Vertigo, where Andy doesn't want to play with Woody anymore. Does this shot of Rex in the car mirror remind you of another popular movie? I think we all know what movie this quote was referencing.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
No, I am your father.
In 1983, the Right Stuff had a crew of people walking towards the camera. In 2001, Monsters Inc. had a crew of monsters walking towards the camera. Here's Finding Nemo's homage. Even if you haven't seen The Shining, you definitely know this moment from the film.
Here's Johnny.
And this is Finding Nemo's version.
Here's Brucey.
This Pixar movie also referenced an Alfred Hitchcock film, Psycho. This scene from early on in The Incredibles has a striking resemblance to this scene from Citizen Kane. Samuel L. Jackson voices Frozone in The Incredibles, and he reenacted one of his other movies, specifically Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Freeze!
I'm thirsty.
I said freeze!
I'm just getting a drink.
I have to answer that phone.
Get him up!
I highly doubt The Incredibles copied Spider-Man 2's train scene, seeing as though the animation was released only 6 months later. But it's crazy we got 2 moments of a superhero saving a train full of people in the same year. Cars wasn't the first movie to pay homage to E.T., and it certainly won't be the last. Another film that tends to get parodied a lot in movies and shows is Rocky. Ratatouille is one of those films, replicating Rocky punching meat.
Make sure that steak is nice and tenderized.
What movie do you think this scene is replicating? If you said the good, the bad, and the ugly, you would be correct. Does this artificial intelligence from WALL-E remind you of another AI? How about HAL from 2001: A Space Odyssey?
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
This shot of Paradise Falls in the Pixar movie Up is eerily similar to this shot in 1925's The Lost World. Do you think Charles Muntz had just seen King Kong and decided to replicate this scene on stage? Dun 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 dun. Now this may be a stretch, but when Bing Bong is fading away in Inside Out, he first looks at his hand, the same as when Marty was fading in Back to the Future.
Take her to the moon for me.
The animated Aladdin movie has a lot of pop culture references, but the specific movie moments start with Superman. This could just be a simple Mayday line that has no reference to any other movie, but based on the amount of impressions in this film, I'd be pretty confident that he was parodying something like Airplane.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday, what the hell is that?
Even the German film Das Boot was replicated. Robin Williams knows his movies.
Abstopp! Eine uns kann wieder ältere Sohn von Aladdin gehört. Alarm!
The genie also does his best impression of the movie Taxi Driver.
Are you looking at me? Did you rub my lamp?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
The Lion King references this movie too.
Are you talking to me?
Shouldn't have done that.
Pumbaa references In the Heat of the Night with this quote.
They call me Mr. Pig!
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Timon and Pumbaa take inspiration from the Elvis movie Blue Hawaii to distract the hyenas.
Yup.
for some bacon.
Lilo and Stitch also reference Elvis in a number of ways, one of those ways also being his film, Blue Hawaii. Stitch also parodies Godzilla when destroying the model town. Disney's animated Hercules film had a training montage that was very similar to the Karate Kid's montage. Hercules also, less subtly, recreated this iconic moment from Marilyn Monroe in the film 7 Year Itch. In order to really make sure you understood this Wizard of Oz reference in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, they even had the same music playing in the background.
Fly, my pretties, fly, fly!
Now fly! Fly!
Mulan references two movies in the same moment, one being Batman, the other being the third Rambo movie.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Who are you? The worst nightmare.
Flynn from Tangled quotes Independence Day.
I have got to get me one of these. I have got to get me one of these.
The movie also reenacts another Indiana Jones moment, which is parodied many times. Wreck-It Ralph cleverly recreated this scene from The Wizard of Oz. Jack Nicholson's Joker gets quoted in the same movie too.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you?
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
The sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, rebuilds the set from the movie Office Space. Zootopia had one of the most obvious parodies, with Mr. Big doing his best impression of Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather.
You come here unannounced on the day my daughter is to be married.
You come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married.
Zootopia even parodied all of Disney's movies, with the bootleg versions of them being sold by Duke Weaselton, who's voiced by the same person who voiced Duke of Weselton in Frozen.
Duke of Weselton, Your Majesty.
While not a movie, the family-friendly film also decided to put a joke in for the parents who watched Breaking Bad.
Alright, Walter and Jesse are back, so I'm leaving now.
And that's all the ones I could find. Hey, have you ever wondered what it would sound like if movies sung Frozen's Let It Go?
Nope.
Well, here it is anyway.
Big snow glows
White on the mountain.
tonight.
A footprint!
To be seen. A kingdom of isolation.
And it looks like...
I'm the spy.
What? You? The wind is howling
Like this.
Swirling.
storm.
Inside.
Couldn't keep it.
Heaven. No, I tried so hard.
Don't.
Let them in! Don't let them!
See.
Be.
Good girl. You.
Always have to be concealed.
Don't.
Feel.
Don't.
Let them.
Well, now.
They.
Let it go!
Let it go.
Can't.
Hold it back!
Let it go. Let it go.
Turn.
Away.
Slam the door.
I.
Don't.
Care.
What?
Going to
Say.
The storm?
rage.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which reference is your favourite, and don't forget to absolutely obliterate that like, subscribe and share button. I'm just kidding. Only do it with enough force that it registers. I don't want any of you breaking whatever device you're watching this on.